So now we're going to get on to the match reviews then. So we'll start off with Shivam then. So you guys had a Friday night game against Fulham. You guys won 2-1. Give me your thoughts on that game, bro.
Yeah, decent game. First time we've won in London in a long time.
Yeah.
Good to do it against Fulham. You know, they've been good form wise. Last couple of games they've been doing all right, and well, whereas we haven't done as well until up to the Chelsea game when we obviously got the draw. So it's good. We're going back in the right direction now, and you know, winning it in London's big for us because I don't think Bielsa's has ever done it, or he hasn't for a while anyway. So that's big for our club. Like as silly as that sounds, that's a huge thing because like every time we go to London, we're getting battered, and some people are even saying like since we bought that pitch off Spurs, we've been losing home games as well. And because we bought it from a London club, it's a London thing, but London first. But it's gone now, and yeah, great game. Yeah, 2-1. I mean, I can't even remember their goal, but I think it was Anderson in the corner.
Yeah.
Just tapped it in, and you know, I said in the preview, I think it was preview, or yeah, for last week, I said that you know, 100% they're gonna score, and they score from a bloody set piece, and it happened. Score from a corner, and
I think Leeds have conceded the most from set pieces, if I'm not wrong, or something like that,
so,
or
yeah.
one of the most. Yeah,
definitely up there. Yeah, and no, other than that, it was a great game. Bamford was brilliant on the night. You know, first goal, crossed it in. Bamford smashed it in, and you know that kind of silenced some of the haters that were talking a bit of you know, a bit about, oh, he didn't get called up to England. Not that it matters anyway because of who we're playing, obviously, but you know, he done really well, Bamford. Like he's really exceeded expectations. Again, then his second goal we made, it was crazy. He just took it off the Fulham defense and just ran up the pitch, passed it to Rafinha. Rafinha just tapped it in. Nice goal. Yeah, nice 2-1 win really, and again, looking forward where we are, we're just cementing our place in the table. I mean, I don't think we'll get any higher. If we do, maybe like place up, and that's about it. But until the end of the season, this is the perfect place to be. You know, 10th, 11th, 12th. That's all I'm looking at the moment. Some players did really well. Like Ayling, for example, last couple of games, he, you know, a bit wishy-washy. But that game, you know, he towards the beginning he scored a header, and it was you know, he celebrated, got his hair out of his bun, did his guitar slide on the floor, and you know, goal got ruled out because of offside. So I think VAR sort of just killing the moment, man. Like as fans, I'm just roaring, and then VAR is called off. So yeah, it's a bit bad in that sense. But you know, it is what it is. VAR, we just got to deal with it. The season's been a bit like that in that sense. So you sort of lose a bit of enjoyment in that sector. But other than that, no, great win, great 3 points, and just moving on to Sheffield now. So yeah.
Sheffield, yeah, that's which is I think in about 2 weeks' time, isn't it, or something? But we'll go on to London next then. So two very contrasting results. Obviously, we touched upon the Europa League defeat and stuff, but you guys had was it at least a sort of convincing win against Aston Villa? You guys won 2-0. Give me your thoughts on that game, or both games if you want to go into it again, or.
I mean, the two previous games against Zagreb and Arsenal were absolutely disgraceful, the way we played, because no one was up to it. But I don't think the Aston Villa performance was convincing in the first half as well. I mean, it was great that we brought on Rodon and Tanganga. Obviously, they're the ones that we should be starting alongside with whoever, Alderweireld or Reguilon on the left-hand side of the defence. But I don't know. It's still not convincing enough to go on for the rest of the season. Obviously,
you're only 3 points off. To be fair, that's what I've kind of said. I'm like, it's all good and well bantering Tottenham, but they're only 3 points off the top four, and I'm in the slightest concern that they might make it into the top four. I mean, but yeah,
the run of games that we have, I'd say on paper they look decent enough, but based on the season, I think all the teams could give us a real go. But I think this international break should be a time for Mourinho to sort out the affairs within the club, probably sort out what our strongest starting lineup should actually be. Because now that Lo Celso's fit, even though he didn't have a great game against Aston Villa, I think he should go straight into the team. Vinicius he had a pretty solid game as well, because alongside with Kane, I think that's a front two I want to see alongside with Son on the left. But knowing Mourinho, we all know that's not going to happen. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I think the international break should be a time for Mourinho to see what players should actually start and what players should actually be left on the bench and just be binned at the end of the season.
Yeah, no. Cheers for that, man. Right, we'll go on to some
Just
FA.
just a sec. I
yeah,
got
go
a
on.
question for Nandu. What are
Yeah,
your
go
thoughts
for it.
on the Bale thing that came out?
Oh yeah, good question.
The Gareth Bale stuff?
Can you hear us?
I don't know.
I got frozen for a second. What
Oh,
were we saying?
yeah. Sorry, ask a question. Go on, Kunal.
What are your thoughts on the Bale thing that came out, that he's only at Tottenham for a season and would like to go back?
You know what? When I saw the Bale thing, it's not even a big deal, to be honest. I've known how Bale acts with the media. I mean,
Yeah.
after the 2018 Champions League final, he admitted that he wanted playing time, even though he's won all these trophies. Once the Bale news came out, he's only stating what's actually happened. His initial plan was to come into the team. Playing time is what he was begging for the past how many seasons? 2-3 seasons. And obviously now he's gotten that chance to actually have the playing run of games, and obviously he's been getting them now. I mean, he's only stating what's happening. At the end of the season, who knows what's going to happen? For all we know, that if Bale says that he wants to stay at Tottenham, that's only going to increase the price for Madrid to demand for the club. So I don't know. It's not a big deal as social media wants it to be.
They'll exaggerate it as much as possible because obviously he's started to hit form sort of as well. So it's just one of them, isn't it? But yeah, cheers for that, Nandu, as well. We'll go on to some FA Cup games then that happened. So yeah, I'll start with Kunal then. You guys had a 3-1 defeat to Leicester on Sunday and stuff. A lot of your fans are starting to turn on Ole now for that result. What are your thoughts?
Our fans turn on everybody. I'm seriously honest. Our fans turn on everybody, and most of our fans literally know nothing about football. They only follow United because they're glory hunters. I mean, if you remember, we don't have a lot of new fans. United don't have a lot of new fans. Most of our fans are from the Sir Alex Ferguson days, or the older generation, which was probably watching Sir Bobby Charlton's team, which those people have to be quite old now, but then So we don't have a lot of new fans, but as a brand, United are pretty big and they're out there just because most of our fans see us as this global footballing giant, which we are. I wouldn't deny that, but they expect us to win like every game, which is not possible. Even the Liverpool team, which went on an unbeaten run for so long, they lost to Watford. Like Watford, they beat great teams. They beat Man City, they beat everybody, but then they lost to Watford. So those kind of results happen, and those kind of results can happen at any point. I mean, I would say that Oli got it wrong in terms of the starting 11 that he put out, because I don't think that Donny van de Beek should have started. I don't think that Matic should have started. I literally think that Matic shouldn't start a game for United anymore. Like I said in the last preview and the review, I don't think that Harry Maguire plays well with Victor Lindelof. He plays well with Eric Bailly. So there were a few decisions that I didn't understand, but I could also understand Ollie's perspective because this was a huge game. You could see a player like Donny van de Beek turn up and be like, yes, this is my opportunity. I can grab this. I make his case for being in the starting 11, which he didn't. I've seen a lot of our fans go into the Van de Beek stuff. They've turned on Ollie because they think that Van de Beek should start. But I don't think that if Paul Pogba is fully fit or Bruno Fernandes is fully fit, Donny van de Beek gets in the team, because those two are better than Donny van de Beek on paper. And in terms of technical ability, Donny van de Beek, yes, he's come from Ajax. He is a very good footballer. His roots are good, but he can't replace Paul Pogba. He can't replace Bruno Fernandes just because they're so good in the team. And when Donny van de Beek has had his chances, he's not grabbed them. I know that he's had very few chances, and a lot of people might also say that, he needs to have a run in the team, but then you could only give him a run in the team if he has a good performance. He's not even had good performances. So Donny van de Beek, I could see him start in a United team which are very attacking, but then when we need to defend too, because Leicester are a quite attacking team, I don't think that Donny van de Beek is the right player in those sorts of games against a Man City or a Liverpool or a Leicester or a Chelsea now for a fact. So when Pogba was injured, Donny van de Beek got injured. That is why he didn't get a chance in the team. Maybe that was his chance to get in the team. Really frustrating game. I'll move on to the Leicester game now. Really frustrating game. I didn't see any kind of intent from United. I couldn't understand why the players that played didn't turn up that day, because a lot of them were fresh. They hadn't
big
played
game
midweek.
as well for United as well, because it's a
big game.
Quarterfinal,
absolutely. Yeah. And we've done well against Leicester. The last time I think that we did poorly against Leicester was the 5-3 loss when Di Maria scored. So that was the last poor performance that we had against Leicester. Last season too, when we were 5th and Leicester were 3rd, we beat them 2-0 to grab 3rd position off them. So we've done well against them, and going into the game, I expected us to beat them. I said that in the preview that I expect us to beat them 2-0 if we beat Milan, which we did. But I don't know what happened that day. Our players are looking tired. Our players are looking frustrated. Our players just look like they need a break, which shouldn't happen at a top club like Man United. But I don't think we have a bench that could do a job against Leicester, and that is why we see that United aren't a top team.
Yeah, it's interesting now. So it's all legs in the Europa League now, isn't it? Do you think Oli could potentially get sacked if he doesn't bring any silverware this season? So
I think that first of all, he's going to get a new 3-year deal. Those are the words coming out of Man United. So he's going to get a 3-year deal. And what I think that Man United are finally doing is putting their faith into a manager and understanding the fact that yes, the board has underdelivered the past season since Sir Alex left, because Sir Alex was a genius and he is the greatest football manager of all time. He was able to mold his team according to what Glazers gave him. But then during that time, if Sir Alex Ferguson basically called a player, that player came to United no matter what happened. The clubs had to reduce their prices just because the player wanted to go, because Sir Alex Ferguson had phoned him. That doesn't happen with United anymore. But now we see that United have appointed a footballing director. United have appointed a technical director. Yes, it's Darren Fletcher in the technical director role, but Darren Fletcher has a good communication with Oli, and then he also has a good communication with the director of football. I guess his name is Matt something. I don't remember what he's called. But yeah, we see that they are laying the foundations in place for Oli to succeed. Like when Sir Alex Ferguson came in, he set up a scouting network, which United didn't have. He revolutionized United. So we are seeing that with Oli right now, because Oli has been a player and won massive trophies and literally won it all. The only treble winner as a manager right now. So he can turn this team into a good team, a really good team. And also because the past managers that we've seen at United, United fans have been frustrated with the style of play. But with Oli, what we see is, yes, we know that he's naive at times. We know that he probably puts out the wrong team sometimes, but the style of football is really good. I like it how last season we were a counter-attacking team, yes, because we didn't have the players. But this season, since Bruno has come in, since last January, we've become more of a possession-based team. We've basically taken the games to bigger teams. We beat Liverpool in the FA Cup 3-2. I think that was a massive victory for us. Even though Liverpool are struggling this season and they didn't play with their first team, they had Nat Phillips at the back. They had the midfielder, I don't remember his name, but yeah. So they were playing with a few youngsters, but a Liverpool side who have done very well in the past 2 seasons. So I just think that Oli is the right man for the job. I don't think that he'll get us the Premier League title, but he is the right man for the job, and
For now,
I think that for now he is, and he's building United into a club that I would want to watch.
Yeah, it could be interesting to see how this unfolds really with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and stuff, how he actually does in the United job, to be honest, because it's so up and down, isn't it, with your fan base and stuff. But yeah, going into our game and stuff, so we beat Sheffield United 2-0. Story doesn't tell that game, to be honest. We were absolutely poor. I think that's the worst performance we've had under Thomas Tuchel at the moment. But results matter at the end of the day. We won 2-0. Own goal, I think, was the first goal, wasn't it? And then Hakim Ziyech as well got the second goal off the bench and stuff, killed the game off. It's a shame it's international break now. I think me and Abhinav was saying before that it kind of came at the wrong time, like for our specific clubs, because of how well we've been playing as well. Like on the contrast, if you look at, say, Spurs and United, they would have wanted the international break to come because of like previous results and stuff and performances. So in that sense, it's a bit annoying, but yeah, we're into the semi-final now of the FA Cup. We've got Manchester City, which mixed feelings about that. I don't mind them. I fancy our chances against them, actually, because it'll be interesting to see how Thomas Tuchel lines up against Man City, because I think he's the only team in the so-called top six that he hasn't faced yet. And it'll be interesting to see how we keep at Manchester City as well. I think we can definitely get at them, as they've got the Carabao Cup final, I think around similar time as well. And they've obviously got Champions League. They're going to go for the quadruple. So we have to stop that, really, and stop them from becoming the greatest English side. Because if they do that, then there's no debate at all. So in that sense, yeah, happy we're in the semi-final for FA Cup. As we touched upon earlier as well, Champions League, we're in the quarterfinals. Genuinely believe we can go and win it because of the caliber of players we've got. Players stepping up, Ziyech, Havertz, Werner, they're all these big players that we signed are stepping up. That's even without Thiago Silva in the team, which I do hope he'll come back for, because he's going to be key and vital to our success for this season if we do pick up any silverware. So it's two great opportunities and stuff, and yeah, that's pretty much it on the Chelsea side. Abhinav, do you want to touch upon the Celtic and Rangers game then, as you guys had no game?
Why are you putting the Celtic Rangers on me? Is it because of Gerrard?
Yeah, because of Gerrard, yeah.
I forgot what the score was.
It was 1-1. I've got it here. I was looking. I was just like, yeah, we've got to get
And
Abhinav
there
on
was
this.
no guard of honor.
Yeah, there was no guard of honor. Yeah.
What do you want me to say? It was just a 1-1. It was just
Is that it?
it was just 2 goals. Both teams scored. 90 minutes.
Oh, really?
Pretty good, yeah. Weather was
Scotland
nice,
as well,
I thought. Yeah, Gerrard looked pretty good in his suit, I thought. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, interesting. Cool. Any final thoughts, guys, just generally, before we wrap this up?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. No.
Fair enough then. Yeah, if you're new around here, don't forget to like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Give us a follow on Spotify, as well as our Twitter and Instagram as well. We're quite active on those as well. And go check out other episodes that we've recorded previous weeks as well. We talked about how COVID has impacted football. We talked about racism as well. We've done a series of unpopular opinions as well. But give us your thoughts on that. And yeah, we'll see you next time.